Hello and welcome to Wednesday Debate Live with Taghreed Hussein here on ITV International. It has been definitely a very fruitful year 2022 for entrepreneurships and startups. Entrepreneurship for sustainable development. Egypt has been working on entrepreneurship and sustainability. In the new republic, definitely entrepreneurship is considered a national asset, and entrepreneurs are the drivers of this asset. So it is a dynamic process that only increases wealth, but it also is creating a sense of value that results in improved well-being. And as we all know, that entrepreneurship is playing a very important and a vital role in changing the society and in making sense to cultivate and to motivate. This is considered to be definitely a greatest asset to the greatest extent possible. And usually when entrepreneurship is mentioned, it's also with correlation to innovation, to bringing new ideas, to creating an aura out of the box and starting businesses. So this is a very important story that has been developed during the year 2022. And as we are approaching a new year 2023, the story of success of entrepreneurship and sustainability continues. First of all, let me say Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year. And on that note, we are really delighted to have with us our distinctive guest, Dr. Nevine Nakhla, Professor of Business Administration. Dr. Nevine, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, my dear. And tonight, myself and Dr. Nevine will be talking the New Republic's efforts in supporting and encouraging SMEs, how by supporting entrepreneurship the country can utilize the resources, the labor, the capital most efficiently, as a large number, as we know, of the new jobs and opportunities actually are created by entrepreneurship. Dr. Nevine, starting off by this beautiful story, entrepreneurship as a story of success in 2022. It has been on more than one angle. Yes. This story has developed as we were speaking before the show.
Yes. First of all, my best greetings for a coming new year full of fruitfulness and good things. And regarding the entrepreneurship, during 2022, we had success in different areas, in different pillars. The Egyptian government worked together, all the state worked together in different areas. If we make a mapping for the ecosystem of entrepreneurship, we go through the four pillars and the four most important parts of entrepreneurship success in Egypt. The first one is the awareness programs. Second thing, the incubators and the accelerators took place during 2022.
Yes.
Also the training and education, and of course the access to finance.
Yeah.
The government, under the patronage and under the vision of our beloved President, His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, encouraging entrepreneurs and encouraging all the ministers to work together hand in hand in one vision and in one route to reach the vision, the 2030 Egypt vision. If we start seeing the success stories and the success in each of the pillars and each of the areas, we see regarding the awareness programs in Egypt, a lot of awareness programs on different levels. We see the online portals with a lot of initiatives and a lot of awareness programs. We see a lot of awareness programs in different universities, different schools, national, international, governmental and private schools. We see also the, as we said, the online portal, also the media. We have one nice TV show for entrepreneurs and competition, and giving them the chance for pitching their projects and connecting with the experts. Also, there is one radio show doing the same thing. So on this level of awareness, in the last GEM report of the 2022 report of the GEM.
Yes.
Egypt is one of the first countries of the 60 countries under the report of the GEM report that are number one in the intention of doing the business for youth, the awareness of our youth, and the social norm that people are looking onto entrepreneurs, that it is a successful thing and it's a good thing.
Yes.
And this is very important, of course.
Yes, it was great, as you've wisely mentioned, Dr. Nevine, that entrepreneurship in 2022 was co-relevant to sustainable development. We're talking of how His Excellency, the President, is working on the human being, on the Egyptian capital, which is investing in the people. That's why encouraging entrepreneurship is very much contributing to social and sustainable development.
Exactly.
How do you see that?
If you see the other success in the entrepreneurship ecosystem is the education and the training. And in this area, Egypt has jumped a very big place in the area of training and education. And you cannot separate entrepreneurship and education, because it's all about capability building. And of course, Egypt is a very young population. 60% of our population are youth under the age of 24 or 25 years old. So you have the capabilities, you have the potential. So the education we have, if you make a quick mapping for the ecosystem also regarding education and training, we have the official and the unofficial. You have the public and the private. You have the education in schools, which started to give the kids in the school how to start during the Mother's Day or during any celebration day. They do some cookies, they start selling, they do group of, it's all about the mindset. Also universities, you have the official universities like Cairo University, Ain Shams University, they started to offer entrepreneurship education. And if you see the programs, they are divided into soft skills, hard skills, and technical skills. Also, a great success during 2022 is the pivot, the vocational training for entrepreneurs, and the programs started from the high school of the vocational training, how they can do their businesses with a lot of NGOs, with a lot of the governmental support. Also, it's great to mention a lot of ministries, they did a lot of big initiatives. For example, the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology with the TIC and the ETIDA, they have the biggest training, the FALAC training, and of course the Creativa, the new centers of information and technology. A lot of initiatives for digital transformation and artificial intelligence and fintech.
Yeah.
And
since we're mentioning artificial intelligence, and this is actually very important, since we are, of course, digitizing Egypt, and at the same time, as we can see that artificial intelligence is going to change the face of how the world reacts. There could be a robot in my place, I mean, interviewing a guest in the future, or being in the place of an anchor reading the news. But how about entrepreneurship and the use or implementation of artificial intelligence? How are they going to intermingle or cooperate? How do you see that, this combination?
It's all about technology and innovation and creativity. And as we were saying, the education for the entrepreneurs is not only technical, and it's not only soft skills and hard skills. It's how they are creating and innovating and using the new VR, the new artificial intelligence and the fintech.
Yeah.
And Egypt, in the international reports, Egypt is one of the biggest 4 countries around Africa that they have the biggest investment in technology investment for the entrepreneurs. So this shows the importance of this. Also, if you look into one of the initiatives of the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology is about the artificial intelligence, future workers, digital, a lot of things. They are not only giving the youth the technical know-how and the technical training on cloud, on fiber optics with different innovative and very technological machines and environment. They are also giving them how to react in the business, how to have communication skills, how to work in teams. You can go fast alone, but you can go far together.
Yes.
So a lot of soft skills, a lot of communication, a lot of things given to our youth to be very successful entrepreneurs in the future.
Yes, very important, because all the practices that Dr. Nakhla has mentioned are very important and should be wisely implemented, also bringing new innovation. She mentioned creativity, and creativity is considered, of course, a key word if we're talking the New Republic. The New Republic is creative, and is creative while providing quality of life and quality of services to the citizens, and while providing also new job opportunities. And here comes the important role of entrepreneurship and its correlation and connotation with sustainability. Definitely, it's a fruitful discussion tonight, talking also entrepreneurship and innovation and entrepreneurship and creativity. How are we going to encourage also young entrepreneurs, leaders, and more? Let's watch this report and we'll be back.
Throughout the last few years, Egypt has prioritized entrepreneurship, innovation, and digitalization to future-proof Egypt's economy through international partnerships with the multilateral or bilateral development partners. In this regard, Egypt has made a dramatic leap in a number of fast-expanding startups and an amazing set of supporting institutions and communities. Egypt's political leadership has focused on enhancing the activity of the Medium, Small and Micro Enterprise Development Authority to promote a culture of entrepreneurship, creativity and innovation among youth and citizens, provide job opportunities, and foster an environment that is conducive to implementing audacious initiatives related to the development of the sector. Having known about these governmental and private institutions that provide help and support to startups, Egyptian young people were encouraged to start their own projects, believing that creativity and entrepreneurial spirit are crucial for overcoming social and economic challenges. The Egyptian government is also rising as a regional center for innovation and entrepreneurship in the Middle East and North Africa, with direct investments in startup companies, in addition to indirect investments in business accelerators. The startups in Egypt are developing their performance and are aiming to increase it from the current size. In this regard, Egypt proved to be an attractive investment destination as an all-time high volume of investors backed its local startups. With several startups in operation across the country, Egypt has the 4th largest startup ecosystem on the continent by number of companies. Throughout the last years, the New Republic has been giving unprecedented support to further boost Egypt's startup ecosystem, help its youth kickstart their technology and innovation-driven entrepreneurship, and accelerate their growth. As a result of Egypt's efforts in attracting startups, building links between Egyptian entrepreneurs and those of the rest of the region, the state today tells the story of a country rich with entrepreneurial activity across a multitude of verticals, and an ecosystem that has established itself as front and center in the minds of investors, both at home and abroad.
welcome back, and still with our distinctive guest, Professor Dr. Nevine Nakhla, Professor of Business Administration. We're talking entrepreneurship, encouraging startups and SMEs, utilizing the resources, the labor, the capital. How can we make like all this equation, and at the same time, the financial access, which is considered to be a focal point here?
Yes, a lot have been taken place last year for the financial access for entrepreneurs. We have venture capitals, we have incubators that they are giving seed funding. We have angel investors, SMEs investors, we have NGOs investing, a lot of initiatives, and of course our central bank gave a big initiative that all banks will give 25% of their loans to SMEs. A lot of support also from the incubators, the governmental incubators. Like we were saying, the TIC, the ITIDA incubator is one of the big support with seed investing. Also the networking and the mentors and all the science and all the knowledge and all the education given to entrepreneurs to assure that they're doing the right feasibility study, they're on the right track, they know how to assess their businesses and how to evaluate on each step and take their hands. As we saw in the video now, regarding even one of the big initiatives that started with the Haya Karima
the Decent Life Initiative,
the Decent Life presidential initiative, the initiative called in Arabic Ibda, in English we would say Start.
Start, yeah.
And this initiative is going to really give a bigger hand to entrepreneurs and startups of Egypt in the industrial industrial pillar of entrepreneurship. It started with the youth who has already their projects going on, to support them in all the governmental documentations, factory license, anything they need, and also funding. And they can join forces with them with 49% with them in the same project, if the project is in the innovation, technology, or green or circular economy, or something really giving an added value and something to reach our vision of 2030.
Yes, great that we are mentioning added value, because startups are considered to be definitely centers of innovation. In a way or another, they are definitely adding value. And adding value, by adding value also we mean providing job opportunities for the youth. So this is also another plus that has been achieved during 2022 vis-a-vis this file, paying special attention to the human capital and creating new job opportunities.
Exactly, a lot of new job opportunities. Each entrepreneur opens doors for a lot of job opportunities, and also, as we were saying, it's capability building as well. It's knowledge, it's the know-how, it's the social norm, and the acceptance of the idea that youth are not waiting for the jobs, they are creating the jobs. And this is also good to say that it's part of the soft skills. Let's say in the Creativa and the digital transformation on all the courses, the soft skills part of it is freelancing. Even if they don't do their own businesses, their own companies, freelancing itself and the leadership and how to manage a team and how to cooperate together and how to communicate together, this is also an achievement, a great achievement.
Yes, and we've seen also how entrepreneurship is linked to the economy. We find it really multifunctional. Entrepreneurs are also bringing about new technologies and This point is also very important because it definitely brings some changes to the society. So if we talk about entrepreneurship and social development, this is also another dimension, Dr. Nevine.
Yes, very important. And we see a lot of ministries also, they are doing a lot of different initiatives.
Yes.
For social development and for volunteering and for the assisting of the idea of startups and the ideas of SMEs, the ideas of entrepreneurs. For example, the Ministry of Planning and Economical Development, they have the great Rouad 2030 initiative with a lot of support, a lot of education, a lot of training, a lot of giving the road for even entrepreneurs in a different industry, in a social and community service. And we see also a lot of initiatives. I can't remember the name of the initiative, but there is a very big initiative for the water treatment and for the green energy and clean...
green energy, and we have green economy too.
And the green economy and
yes.
circular economy.
Exactly.
So all this is paying off, and we see also in the awareness, the summits and the events, governmental and private and NGOs, like the Alexandria Bibliothèque, the Techni Summit, for example, and a lot of summits that assures that the youth are really in an incubator with care from the experts, from the consultants, from the mentors, from the seed investors, from the education, as we said, soft and hard, and technology.
Yes, and awareness and vocational training. All this is like a comprehensive equation.
Exactly, and all the efforts are brought up together in one nutshell for the entrepreneurs to succeed.
Yes, definitely. It's an equation of success. We're also encouraging young leaders to succeed.
Exactly.
How is that?
Young leaders...
Sorry.
It's okay. Young leaders are very important. The leadership skills itself that you give to the youth, it's responsibility, reliability, how they are reliable, how they can communicate with each other, how to be a leader and to lead their team, and to lead their success and to lead their businesses. This is very important. So also it's part of the soft skills that it's taught from the school and from the university, and the newly graduated youth. It's important also to show them how to be good leaders and how to lead their businesses and their entrepreneurial life. Because as you know that most of the startups, their problem is at the first year. If they pass the first year, if they succeed the first year, then there is a possibility for scalability, and they can really do a better job. Also, one of the success pillars and the success areas, if we do the mapping of the ecosystem of entrepreneurs, is the incubators and accelerators. And we have in Egypt, especially during 2022, great a jump in the incubators and accelerators. We have the business incubators, the governmental incubators, the NGO incubators, and the accelerators. The accelerators, as you know, it's only for 3 to 6 months to give them funding, to give them a quick support. But the incubators can go up till 2 years or even 3 years.
Yeah. This is actually very important, all those steps, as the new republic is taking it upon itself to create a transformational learning environment that aims to inspire and also to prepare new cadres The president always stresses the fact that we are actually building the human character, and the political leadership is really keen on promoting a sense of leadership and at the same time encouraging startups, encouraging entrepreneurs to promote human development. How are we building the capacities for the future generations, Dr. Nevine? We're working for the future and also encouraging young entrepreneurs. How are we working for the future in that respect?
The Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Higher Education, both of them, they are starting now to have the entrepreneurship education in schools and in universities, not only as an extra curriculum, no, but as a very basic curriculum to educate them how to be successful entrepreneurs. Also, as we mentioned, a lot of initiatives and a lot of things from a lot of governmental bodies, like the incubators of also TIC and the incubators of the government, the TEVT, the vocational training for the youth in the vocational training. All this is supporting the leadership skills and supporting youth to lead their own businesses in the future and to cooperate together to do their own dream. And like His Excellency once said in one of the meetings, he told youth, work hard, dream big, and we're going to help you to fulfill your dream.
Yeah.
And this is true on the ground. We see a lot of support, like the video we just saw, the new initiative of Start IBDA. And this initiative will really be a very big support for the industrial innovation and industrial support to entrepreneurs.
Yes. Well, lots and lots of initiatives. IBDA or START is considered to be an important one, of course, and while they are starting, the state is definitely supporting them in those initiatives. We're also witnessing during 2022 the building of the human character on more than one front, and on encouraging young leaders and young entrepreneurs to create and to innovate, not only to start businesses, but to start in a sense of creativity. We've seen also women actually having a very significant role if we're talking women entrepreneurs and women starting their businesses, encouraging women and women leadership on more than one front. A short break and we'll be back to discuss further those important focal points with Professor Nakhla. Stay tuned.
هنا صدق حلمي وبدأ قالوا عني زمان موهوم بيضيع وقت لا يوم سلم ولا استسلم.
It's with the sons of Egypt, of course, that we can achieve a lot. And of course, we're working hand in hand. Our women entrepreneurs and women in businesses are also playing a pivotal role in that respect. Well, Dr. Nevine, in that file, it's very important, as we can see the sense of achievement. We can see women having a very important role. Women in businesses and entrepreneurship had left an impact in 2022.
Very much, very much. A lot of initiatives for women, a lot of support for women, and women in businesses. We had a problem before 2022, a lot of unofficial economy, a lot of women unofficial businesses with handicrafts, especially women with handicrafts, and in Upper Egypt and in rural areas and far away from the center of Egypt. But as we see, all the initiatives for women with the digital transformation and with the Zoom and the meetings online reached every woman in every area all around, even on the borders of Egypt. You find women doing businesses. We just had one of the fairs.
The Our Heritage
Exactly.
fair has been a great success.
And did you see the women doing the soap and even doing soap and doing things from the environment?
Yes.
From their environment, from the dates. From the dates, bones, from
Yes.
the reeds.
It's very important, you know, to do business and at the same time to preserve your identity.
Exactly.
And this is what we have seen on the grounds at our heritage exhibit.
Exactly. Also, the new initiatives for women to allow them to go into networking with the private NGOs and the governmental support. A lot of like the Ms. Meda, the Ministry of Trade, the Ministry of Social Solidarity,
Yes.
a lot of initiatives for women to support them register their companies without burden, have mentors. And this is very important for women in businesses because at the beginning they have different stress than men. Men, they have the stress of the work, but women, they have their houses, they have their...
And to initiate their business in the first place also.
Exactly. So the networking, a lot of networking programs for women, especially women in agriculture, women in agribusiness. In 2022, a lot of great initiatives with international NGOs and governmental bodies. They did great things. If you went to Food Africa Fair, to the Food Africa Conference 2 weeks ago, and there was a very huge area for women in agribusiness and amazing work done. And they form teams of the work. They're supporting a lot of support for exporting, a lot of support for marketing. And this is also one thing about the pillar of education and training for entrepreneurs, how they are educated and trained with their soft skills and the hard skills. And the hard skills, we mean by the hard skills is the business plan, how to do your business,
strategic
how to market, how to finance, how to evaluate your business.
The business setup as well.
Exactly, and the ROI, return on investment, all these things. Women, when they're educated well and supported well, especially as we were mentioning, the first year is the most critical year for entrepreneurs to scale up and to continue the work. So
yes, usually always the first year of the initiation is the most challenging. However, many important steps have been undertaken to facilitate the process of their setting their businesses, and supporting those startups took more than one angle. Entrepreneurs, as we all know, are so special. They are always working to discover new ideas. They are improving the existing ones as well. Their impact is extending beyond just their own companies, but also in other ventures. So this entails that entrepreneurs should always be like reading and knowing more about what is happening around them and do more research, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, as we mentioned, the incubators that women and men, especially women incubators and technology incubators and innovation incubators, it allows the entrepreneurs to be aware of the new technology by meeting the experts, meeting the consultants, meeting the scientists, even traveling and like boot camps taken places, like the summits and the big events, you know, like giving them the world's most technology and the world's most innovation for them to copy and to add value to it.
Yes, adding value on more than one front. And while we are talking entrepreneurship, we are talking also digitization, because digitizing Egypt has definitely facilitated a lot in the new republic and had put down the foundation stone for more successes and a pathway for more successes to be coming up, encouraging the environment, Dr. Nakhla, for entrepreneurs and for startups in correlation with digitization. What's up?
It's very important, and it took a lot of steps during 2022, a lot of education, a lot of training, a lot of initiatives, a lot of things on the ground took place in digitization, a lot of data access, which is very important, a lot of online portals. Also, digitization was very beneficial for the entrepreneurs, because a lot of training online, a lot of courses from the government and from NGOs and from even private companies, like the Ministry of Planning and Economical Development, the RUET 2030, they have a full training online. A lot of universities, they have training, a lot of private universities and governmental universities like Cairo University and Shams University, they have training for entrepreneurs online. And this is part of the digital world, also very beneficial digitalization for reaching out for the faraway entrepreneurs.
Yes, this is also a very important point, and a link with the motherland.
Exactly,
link with home.
The central Cairo, Alexandria, before 2022 and 2021.
And expats also, they can definitely have a link here to encourage the new job opportunities, and also to fund, to provide more money for investments.
Yeah. Exactly, and to reach more between the investors and the entrepreneurs.
The link, yes.
To link them together.
Yes, this is a very important link. The new republic has made a leap forward on a number of fast expanding startups, encouraging business incubators, as Professor Nakhla had said. Also, in a way or another, as we know, entrepreneurs think differently, they're coming up with the innovative ways and support of this sense of entrepreneurship. We're always talking about branding Egypt globally, and we have lots of events that did succeed in 2022 to brand Egypt globally, like the inauguration, for instance, of the Rams Road and the Mummy's Golden Parade and more. GEM, we're waiting for GEM, definitely. It's Egypt's gift to the whole world, the Grand Egyptian Museum. How can entrepreneurship be invested in as a way or as a tool also to brand Egypt globally, Dr. Nevine?
Of course, by exporting the Egyptian products.
Yes, the quality products by Egypt,
exactly.
made in Egypt.
Made in Egypt, especially the very unique and very special and very high quality of the handicrafts of Egypt. For women, for example, and the agribusiness for women. Also, by the freelancing of our youth entrepreneurs, they can be in Egypt and work for a multinational or an international company as a freelance, do digital marketing or do branding for any product or any country, or also the teaching and the education for entrepreneurs for how to do the right products, the market, to bridge the gap between the market needs and the real education for how to do it and how to present their products. This is very important. And of course, by networking and working together and teamwork together.
Yeah, everything succeeds with a harmonized teamwork that is, thinking up.